Oh, hey, it's Nancy, the nurse practitioner, and we just got home from the hospital. You probably saw my first video that my husband Steve, at 67, just got a um, new left hip replacement by it's by Mako. Mako is a robotic arm assisted surgery, which was really cool. We had to find a surgeon who does do it. We found out that the doctor that was actually in his Advantage plan, there was a surgery center and he was there and trained to do this procedure, which turns out that the total hip replacement done by robotics is only like a 3 or 4 inch incision on the front of the leg, not in the back. It is usually done. And the outcomes show that it's more accurate placement of the hip implant. There's replication of a feeling of a natural hip. There's less likelihood of the hip dislocating. There's a reduced blood loss and preservation of healthy bones. So I just looked up on Google and I looked it up and before the surgery to know what we were getting into and is this something we want to do? And Stryker, who's the company that makes the Mako robotic, did a video so that I get to see how it works. So Steve is home now, and I just wanted to show you how he's doing. He did really well. The surgery was about an hour and a half. We got there at 6:30 in the morning. It was over by 10:30. I was called twice, that he was going into the operating room, that he was in recovery. And by the time I got there at 11, I had to go pick up a walker for him. He had to have a walker and a cane. And actually, we're going to have physical therapy come in this afternoon. But the physical therapist that was there in the center took him up and down stairs, and they walked him around the surgery center, and he was using a walker, and he did really well. So I want you to see how Steve is doing. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Doing very well.
So he has some TED stockings on, which are to prevent clots. They're full leg stockings. I think you're wearing them for like 3 more days. 3 days?
Yeah, for the first 3 days.
He's got ice packs in the area where the incision is, which is like right anterior there on the left thigh area, which is, they went in that way. And you'll see that when you see the video. And of course, there was a lot of instructions. It does say that you do not have any restrictions in movement and that he can't do any high impact things like jumping or aerobics or tennis for 3 months. I don't think he's going to want to do that. We got to check his temperature on a daily basis. So what I've done on the kitchen table is I've set up all his medications and set up the thermometer and a cup to put his pills in, just to keep track of things, because some of the medicines are 4 times a day, and we'll go over that in a minute. And it all depends on what your doctor is going to need to do, recommend for you. He's got to go back and see him again in 2 weeks, and the dressing is supposed to stay on. He could shower in 48 hours. A minute. He can get the dressing wet, but he can't like sit in a tub, and he can't go submerge in water, and he can't get in a jacuzzi. The only main concerns is the oxycodone that they gave him, a few pills, like 20 of them, can cause nausea and vomiting. So of course then they give you something for nausea and vomiting to prevent that, and it can cause constipation, so they started him on stool softener as well. So one thing leads to another. He did say he felt kind of loopy when he got home, but that's because everything was wearing off. And he's now on an aspirin twice a day to prevent clots. Because when they cut your bone, a chance for clotting and throwing emboli is increased for sure. So they don't want that. He's on Celebrex, and he's also not allowed to take any of his omega-3 or any herbal supplements for 2 weeks. And then he's got to go back to the center in 2 weeks. So this is really good. In addition, let me show you this. He got some exercises. Really important before you have this surgery, which is what Steve did, is he went to the gym like 3 times a week just to do, treadmill, squats. Even though his hip was hurting, he was able to do some range of motion stuff just to build up his stamina and improve his muscle strength. Really important. So you can see he's going to have to do some leg lifts and some extra stuff, quad setting. And we're waiting for the physical therapist to come. So just anything else you want to say, Steve, before we sign off for now? Because I just want to let you guys know that you're I'm taking you with us through this situation as baby boomers going through total hip replacement, and I thought, hey, you might want to see this. You might be considering it too. And what made you do this surgery, Steve? What made you finally got to do this?
Well,
What
after the
happened?
initial cortisone shot and it wore off after 4 months, the doctor convinced me that that's just a band-aid and it's not going to last. And then the second time, if I did it again, it would last even less. He says you're just prolonging the agony, and after you do the surgery, he said you're gonna wish you had done it sooner. So that's what made me do it.
Yeah, so he looked at your hip and he says, you're a
One looker.
one looker. He looked at you and says, what the heck? You need to have this done. Anyways, Nancy the NP here on Caregiver Success. Follow me along as we go through Steve's progress, and you all that are thinking of hip replacements. Have a great day and take care. Please subscribe to my channel and watch out for my book that's being rebranded and coming out again, Caregiver Success. I'll be talking to you soon. Okay, thanks from Nancy the NP. Take care, everyone. Bye.